and tell them to stop doing this. It is because all of the Fulani leaders keep quiet while the Fulani militias commit these atrocities. That's why we believe all of them are together in it. If none of them will come publicly to criticize it, then why won't we speak openly and generally about what the government is in bed with them? TINUBU is weak. TINUBU is weak because of the Buhari's Afghanization of our security services, which he achieved before he left. The Fulani in their way don't want anybody to rule power. It's not just no Igbo man. Nobody should rule. Only them should rule. They want to extend their success over the House of But they don't talk about it. It's not true. They went and seized the NBC. Use the NBC to penalize Channel Television after I gave an interview. And that time, the big popular channel said, "Catch, who are you?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Why are they harassing my uncles who were asking you questions? They don't call you." I said, "Because they know what I know." All of us know where we meet ourselves. They know I know what they are doing. So they will come and tax channel 5 million, trying to get the media not to allow me to speak. People was going to Benue. Instead of going there to look at how foreigners are killing Nigerians through ethnic cleansing, TINUBU was talking about communal clashes. Which one is communal clashes? Benue is a majority Catholic state. It's 98% Christian. So who are the communal clashes? There's nothing like that. From Vandeke are going through to Vakwande, to Boko, to Kasinala, to Lese, to Shongo. These are all TV people. The only offense the TV have committed is that they have land that have special species of elephant grass, which the Fulani cows love, and they have water. This is their only offense. TINUBU's administration has not been very different from that of Buhari, but where it has done well, if you ask me, I am from the East. So TINUBU has stopped the federal funding for the unknown government sting operation. That was a federal sting operation perpetrated by elements of the Buhari administration. As I'm talking to you right now, there is no more unknown government across. It's the Nnamdi Kanu version of the Biafra movement that refused to do what they want. That's why they came for Nnamdi. And most of the people who started with Nnamdi are the ones who went over to start working with Asari, start working with Utomefo, all of them the Biafra customary government, and all of them were simply collecting money from Buhari and being managed by Bichi. But now, TINUBU's government is not funding those things anymore. That's why you saw complaints from people like Asari and so on. Didn't they pay them again and all that? And all that has stopped. So for me, yeah, TINUBU might not have shown competence. The fact that he has is the failure of the APC administration to get a grip on the insecurity. The insecurity was aided mostly by Buhari and those around him. Don't forget that it was Buhari that the terrorists mentioned that he could negotiate for them. When Buhari became president, Buhari now started a program of de-radicalization, of taking a lot of these terrorists and embedding them into the army, which is what I call the Afghanization of our security services. Today, you now hear Governor Zulum saying that it is those people that Buhari embedded into security services that are now giving information to the terrorists that they used to work with. And that's why you say about issues of Kankara. Kankara is a place where, when the crisis started during the Buhari period, I traveled to Kankara. I went from Kwatarakwashe, and that's when I reported on channels that on the Kwatarakwashe Kankara Huntua road, going from Huntua then to Berdingwari, that I saw how far youth blocking the road at Kankara because their people were being killed in Kankara, and the president wasn't doing anything. I remember that. I reported to the country about my work in that area on channel television, and Buhari didn't do it. The more you talk about these people, calling them terrorists, a lot of the Fulani politicians and elite are interested in protecting these people you call terrorists. So you see, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. The problem most of the Fulanis have is number. They don't have numbers in a democracy. If you look at places like Kano, Katsina, Zamfara, and Sokoto, those places have populations of up to 80 to 90,000 houses. I mean, 90% houses. Most of Katsina, Zamfara, Sokoto, Kano, these are core Hausa states, no mix. Those states have up to 85 to 90% of the people, indigenous people, as houses. So when the Fulanis were asking for land to resettle their refugees who were escaping from the war in central Mali, in Mopti, in between the Fulani.
Oh dear, I think our network is...
Israel has done before when Israel invaded East Lebanon. The Lebanese who came here, we harbored them as refugees. Quartered them in Apapa, quartered them in Kano, in Benin. Buhari wants to take the Fulani refugees from Central African Republic, who came over here during the time of Gabriel Suswan. Suswan refused to give them land. That was why when Buhari came, and then there was a crisis in Mali. At the 2015, there was a 2015 peace agreement to resettle those Fulanis back in central Mali. But no, So Fulani leaders impressed on Buhari that they should brought here and be resettled in Nigeria. And I spoke against that. Why? Nigerians, like other Africans, are emotionally attached to land. So when Buhari couldn't get the land, you know, all those schemes, scams to get land, try to talk about grazing reserve, we said no, because it was land he was looking for. Then he talked about cow colony, we said no, it was still land. Then they said, okay, they will do national livestock development program, the federal government will bring money, the states will bring land. It was as if it was serious, the vice president was in charge. But after the election in 2019, Nigerians now saw a PAMSEC was giving out LPOs to build Ruga. They said, no, this is not what, and that was how that thing fell apart. Buhari now continue to try to gain land, suggesting at the National Assembly a bill to consolidate underground and surface water plus 6 kilometers of embarking land. That means 3 kilometers on each side. So they will get land, they get water, and all for that to resettle these refugees, because the Fulani refugees will not be resettled anywhere if there's no water there.